Okay, I should be good. All right, first of all, let's look at our equation itself. What number is in front of x squared? Yep, what number is in front of x squared? Thank you. Close. That's a -1. You need to recognize that this means -1 times x squared. So the number in front of x squared is -1, which means this graph should be concave down. So we should know it's going to be going in this direction. The vertex is our most important point, so we're going to find that. We have a new formula for that. X equals the opposite of b over 2a. Well, we got to remember where that b and then a come from. And they come from your equation. The number in front of x squared is a, which is -1. The number in front of x is b, which is 4. And c, even though I don't need it for my formula, it might be useful later, is -5. All right. So now, to find the x value of your vertex and simultaneously my equation of my axis of symmetry, it's a game of substitution. -b again means the opposite of b. If b is currently 4, the opposite is -4 over 2 times whatever your a value is, -1. Following my order of operations with no calculator because we're smart, -4 divided by -2 is +2. So this little guy right here, this x equals 2, is ridiculously informative. It tells us the x value of our vertex. It also answers this next question. It's the equation of our line of symmetry, or our axis of symmetry. So I'm going to go over to the graph, and I'm going to draw this dashed line because I'm going to use the properties of symmetry later to plot a few more points. Now, this does not tell me where the vertex is. It just tells me where the line of symmetry is. To find the vertex, I'm going to have to play the game of substitution. Exactly. Here's your y equals equation. So wherever there's a y equals, I can plug in the x values. So y is going to equal, remember this means -1 times x squared. So I'm going to put the negative on the outside, plus 4 times 2 minus 5. Back to our order of operations, what should I do first? The exponent. So this does not mean 2 times the exponent. We never multiply a base to its exponent. 2 squared means 2 times 2, because we're using this base twice. And 2 squared is? 4. What about this guy in front? That makes it -4. 4 times 2 is? 8. And then our minus 5. So now we go, since this is all addition and subtraction, in order from the left side to the right side. So -4 plus a +8 is 4. Bring down this. And 4 minus 5 is -1.
Oh, I got it right.
There you go. Without a calculator too, right? Nice. So that is our vertex. This is where we change direction. So at 2, -1, I'm going to plot that point. Now our graph's concave down. It's okay. Now, the y-intercept. I don't need a calculator, I just need to see the equation. Who's my y-intercept just from looking at the equation? -5. The y-intercept is an ordered pair, so what has to be the first part of our ordered pair? 0. So without any work, we know the y-intercept. I'm going to plot it. Now this is why I drive my line of symmetry, because now I can just count. If I know where this guy is, he's how far away from the line of symmetry?
2.
2. So his mirror image must be 2 units away on the other side. And I've plotted so far 3 out of my 5 points. I love symmetry. I want 5, so we need to calculate 1 more point. Now look where the vertex is. That's at x equals 2. What number haven't we picked that would be really easy to plug in?
0.
Oh, we just found when x equals 0. We know it's the y-intercept. 1. Could we use 3? I say stick to values near the vertex. So if you're not sure, look at your vertex. Look at some values to the left or to the right. If you haven't chosen, or notice there's no point here where x equals 1 or x equals 3, then pick it. Just because. Let's do 3 and see what happens. Yes, it's a bigger number. So let's substitute 3 into our equation. If you chose 1, good things will happen. If you chose 3, good things will happen. Let's see what happens. Order of operations says 3 squared. 3 squared is not 6. It's what? 9. This negative means negative 1 times that. 4 times 3 is? 12. Again, I don't need no stinking calculator. I can do this with my brain. Negative 9 plus a positive 12? 3. Positive 3. 3 minus 5 is? Negative 2. You've just found the same ordered pair that your calculator would have shown you in the table. You just didn't use the calculator to get that answer. So we're going to plot the point 3, negative 2. And we're going to use symmetry to get the other point. 1 away on the other side. I'm going to speculate and say that I'm just guessing that we're doing some miscalculating. Yes? Okay. Arrows on the ends, nice U-shaped curve. Your graph should not look like a V. It should look as much as like a U as possible, and then life will be good.